Hey, so I'm making this video for our flute players, and I wanted to talk to you about how to put together your flute and how to hold it. Those are very important. They go together, and you can't do anything else without doing these. Really, the only things that you're able to do until you get the right hand position is you can take your head joint and make sound on it. Ooh, that hurts. So we're going to go over that. I have my personal flute here. It's a little bit different than yours because you can see it has open holes. Okay, it's got these open holes here. It's got 5 of them. But other than that, it plays almost exactly the same. So here are the things that we need to do. I like to start with the foot joint. So the foot joint is this part right here. When we put it on, of course, be gentle. And we want to line up that lever right there. Yours is going to look almost exactly like this. Hopefully it'll focus. We want to have that foot joint line up with this rod right here. More or less. On your flutes, most of them that we have with our schools, you're going to have probably some arrows right around here. And if you make those arrows point together, you're going to get pretty much to the spot that you want to be. So this is a professional level flute I got for nice and cheap. And it doesn't have that. So the nicer flutes usually don't have those things. But yours do. So there we go. So we want to be lined up with that rod right there. Next, we want to do the head joint. And if you see here, you've got this whole line of these keys right here. Yours might be a little bit different than this. They might not be lined up perfectly straight like that. I think yours are staggered to make them a little easier to play than this one is. And then we put the head joint on, back and forth. Okay, and now I want to line up this hole with these pads here. So, I don't know if this is a good angle, but you should see here are the pads, and there's the hole, okay? And that means that when you hold the flute correctly, your hole is going to be at the right angle for when you're blowing. Okay, now, like I always tell my woodwind players, whether you're playing the recorder or the flute or the clarinet or anything else, is that on all woodwind instruments, the left hand goes on top. I have yet to know of any exceptions to that rule. Every woodwind instrument that I know of, we always have the left hand on top, right hand on bottom. Now, on a flute, that might be confusing because you're holding it off to your side. And you go, well, there is no hand on top. Well, if you hold it like this first before you go to play it, then you can pretty easily get a good hand position here. The left hand is the hardest part. And I'll show you. I'm using my chair as a stand for my phone right now. So you've got this pad up here. We're going to skip that. We're going to ignore that. We pretend it doesn't exist. Your left index finger is going to go right there. Okay, make sure this is from your left hand. Okay, so your left index finger, pointer finger goes right there. We're going to skip this pad right here, and we go straight to the next one, and then that one right there. Your pinky will be using that. We're not going to use that lever for a while, probably later this year, but we want to still have our fingers there ready. When we open and close these holes, we don't want to move our fingers a lot. We don't want to move them far away, so we want to keep them close. So I keep it close. That way we don't have to do a lot of movement. So that's how those front fingers go. On the back, you have these 2 thumb keys right here. Your thumb is going to go right here for now, okay? And then when we hold it, this part of your finger right here, of your index finger, is going to be supporting the flute while you're playing. So that's why I have my hand turned to the side like this. If you have it like this, it's going to be really awkward and hard to play. and probably hurt after a while. So this is going to be a lot more comfortable. And it takes some time for you to be able to get that to where you're really, really comfortable. But you'll get it. Okay, the right hand is a lot easier. Your pinky is going to go on this lever right here. Okay, and then the other fingers, you just go over the next 3 keys. So 3, 2, 1. There you go. And that's it. And then your thumb is down there supporting the instrument. So now it should be pretty well balanced and you'll be able to play it. So that's how we hold the flute. Yep. Hope this helps.